My name is Jaden Paul, and I'm here doing a podcast on global warming. I'm here with Valentina
Hi.
and Ashanti.
Hi.
So I'm gonna jump right into it. Do you believe in global warming?
Yes, I do. It's a very controversial topic because so many people do not believe it's real, but it is, and I feel like we need to do something about it immediately.
Ashanti?
I agree with Valentina.
All right, so what is global warming to you? What would you say to define it?
Global warming to me is just like our planet just falling, literally. Because I just feel like we're slowly falling apart. Like, us humans are just ruining it. It's just like, it's not being talked about. Like, it is, but we just don't do anything. Like, our way of fixing it is just by doing the opposite. We just keep doing the same thing.
Ashanti?
Yeah, I agree with Valentina, but climate change. So if you're saying we're doing it, it doesn't make a difference because this has been going on for years and years and years. So I don't think it will change, but I agree with what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a really interesting standpoint. I like how you said, climate change and it's been a growing topic for a long time. Can we really get rid of it? And it's just getting worse. Because I agree, Valentina. Nobody talks about it, and there's a lot of controversy over that topic. So, my next question is: do you think humans play a big role in global warming?
Yes, I do. Like I said before, we do play a big role. And like I said, this has been going on since like the 1800s, and it's just been progressively getting worse and worse.
So when you say it, what do you refer to? Or what do you think humans do?
We just destroy the planet. Like, we don't take care of it. And plus we're so overpopulated and all that. It's just not good.
Yeah, so are you suggesting maybe cars?
Yes.
Okay.
Pollution and everything. We don't recycle the ocean. We just litter. Our oceans are so dirty. Our sea life is literally dying.
Yeah. Ashanti?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree with Valentina because the ocean really is not looking good. And we really need to talk about it. We all need to start making stuff about global warming so it can be we need to get it back. So I feel like we're talking about this, and I feel like global warming should be talked about more and more.
Okay. So how do you know about polar bears? What's happening in the Arctic?
The ice caps. The ice caps are melting, and that also causes the ocean to rise. So it's not good, and these polar bears are dying. And
yeah, they're starving.
You
see those pictures on social media.
Those videos, it's sad. And it's just what are we doing? The earth is heating up. It's so bad.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel like there's a lot of controversy because again, nobody's talking about it. And I feel like more people need more knowledge on the issue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So I'm going to read you some impacts of climate change. So we have heat waves, heavy precipitation, sea level rising, threats to habitats and animals, ocean acidification, wildfires, and droughts. So after hearing all those impacts, what do you think global warming will lead to?
I feel like it's just going to get worse from now on because it's a very controversial topic, and I feel like no one really does anything about it.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like global warming is going to turn into a new world war.
Yeah. And, it's interesting you say that because I feel like when you talk about controversy, I feel like it's really scientists versus politicians because, we see politicians, they don't really believe in it.
Republicans, and Donald Trump is a big example on that because he used to be our president. And he's Republican, and he just did not believe in global warming. And that's what led us to get to to leave the Paris Agreement Act or whatever it's called. And that was really bad because then we had these forest fires, all this stuff.
Especially in like Australia.
Yeah, and California. It was bad. Like,
and all those animals on social media, it was sad.
Mm-hmm. And like it destroys the habitats and like
those
the
trees.
Food, like the
food,
the food chain and everything for them, and like they're left
the
like
ecosystems.
Yes, it does.
And plus, we need those trees for like
carbon dioxide.
Yeah, they take it in and they bring out oxygen. We breathe. So yeah, I do feel like that is a big topic, and I feel like it should be talked about.
I agree.
So I have another question for you guys. How does climate change affect the ocean? Like, would you know anything about that?
Yes, like rising sea levels, the ice caps melting, and doesn't that affect like the rest of like the sea life? Because like once like the salt and everything, like they rise too, so it's just like they're rising and then they're just dying too,
making the ocean acidic.
And that's how polar bears can't get their food. Like, it's just really bad.
Yeah, I think I read something about like because like the ice has like salt in it, so like when it melts, it makes the ocean acidic and it like burns like the corals.
Yes, the coral reef, and that plays a huge part like with the food chain and the ecosystems.
Yeah, because like fish live there.
Yeah.
And then now they don't have a habitat to live in.
It ruins their cycle.
Yeah. Ashanti?
Yeah, I feel like rising temperature also cause coral bleaching. So, yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I agree too. So, what else do we need to find out? Like, do you think there's any other problems regarding this issue? Like,
yes, as humans. And I feel like we should just set like laws and everything, because that makes a huge difference. Like, although like there's like some places like grocery stores like ban plastic bags, but I feel like all of them, like Trader Joe's, I know bans like plastic bags. They use paper bags and all that stuff. But if it's like a law and like all these 50 states, like that would actually that would make a difference.
So it seems like if you're given like power, you would enforce all those type of things.
Yes, I would.
What about you, Ashanti?
But this has been going on for years and nothing have been done. So
that's why we need to make a difference.
Yeah, but how can we do that when it's just us?
You know what?
We do have a lot of power if you really think about it, because we're the reason why this planet is like this.
Yeah, we are the reason why the planet is like this, but there's no change in being made.
So it sounds like Ashanti thinks this is like inevitable. So and like I feel like that's a good way to think about it too, because like what if we can't change it? We're gonna keep saying, oh, we can change it, nothing happens. So I ask you guys, what else do we need to find out? Maybe we need to like find out like a different way, like not make it rely on humans, like us doing something. Maybe like scientists to think further, politicians to think further on like maybe something outside of our atmosphere, like something, really. And I feel like that's a good way to put like the world to a test, see something like something new we can overcome. Yeah,
because if we don't, it's just gonna get worse, and it is. Like, what if like we could be the last generation? You don't know. And it's just because over the years it's been getting worse and worse. Like, temperatures have been rising and everything, and it's just like, what, we're just sitting here and doing nothing. We have to make a difference.
Yeah, I agree, Fantina. We really do need to make a difference, but it's so hard making a difference when it's not everybody hearing about it.
That is true.
That is true. So that ends the podcast here. I think we had great discussion. It was a pleasure having you, Valentina and Ashanti. You guys, I feel like you guys added great conversation and a way of thinking to it. So yes, thank you.